start the video, I just wanted to say I bought the majority of these with my own money, and I'm very lucky to have these and very thankful for anyone who helped me get them or gave me gift cards so I could choose my own books. Thank you! The first book I got is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. This is the last book in her trilogy, and I am super excited to finally have this so I can read the entire trilogy from front to back, all in one go, because I haven't read the series yet, and I'm pretty sure everyone watching this video is screaming at me from behind their screens, why haven't you read this yet? And now I finally can. The next book that I got is The Wiseman Sphere by Patrick Rothfuss. This was also a birthday present from my mom, just as A Court of Wings and Ruin was. I didn't mention this earlier. This is the big paperback floppy edition, and it is the second book in the King's Killer Chronicles. The first one being The Name of the Wind, which I finished a couple of months ago. And ever since I finished that book, I've been dying to read this one, and I finally got it, and I dove right into it the moment I got it, and it's so good. This next book I bought in Paris at Shakespeare & Company. It is Tolkien's On Fairy Stories, which I've been wanting to read ever since 7th grade when my English teacher gave me a little excerpt of it for class, and I fell in love. And now I finally have it in my own copy, and I can read it whenever I want. I bought this in Paris, if you didn't know where Shakespeare & Company is, and I did pay for this myself, but the trip itself was a birthday present, so in a way it was also a birthday present, if that makes sense. I also got the next book myself at Shakespeare & Company in Paris once again. This is Shakespeare's Collected Sonnets. I have a few versions of Shakespeare's collected works, but none of them have sonnets in them, so I thought it was very fitting to go get a Shakespeare book at Shakespeare & Company with sonnets that I didn't have already, which makes me very happy. And I also got the stamp from the store in the book, which makes it even more special, having a Shakespeare stamp in a Shakespeare book. While in France, I saw so much The Little Prince merchandise that I decided I had to read the book, so I immediately downloaded it onto my phone as an ebook and read it, and then when I came back home, I decided to get the actual copy of the book. However, when I got to the store, I was so used to seeing Le Petit Prince instead of The Little Prince that I bought the book in French, a language that I do not speak. I thought it was funny, and so I kept the book instead of returning it. I also got The Picture of Dorian Gray in this really fancy edition from Barnes & Noble. I'm not sure what the edition is actually called, but it looks like a compositional book, and it made me very happy and yet very confused at the same time. At first I thought it was just a notebook, but then when I opened it, I saw that there were actual words in it. This is the entire book in this textured notebook cover, which I thought was super cool. So I had to add this 6th edition of The Picture of Dorian Gray to my collection, because I don't have a problem, I promise. Anyway, this was bought with a gift card for Barnes & Noble, which my friends kindly gave me for my birthday before I left for Paris. The next book I bought is also bought with the same gift card as The Picture of Dorian Gray. This is The Slow Regard of Silent Things by Patrick Rothfuss. This is a novella in the King Killer Chronicles series, and it's following this minor character that shows up in The Name of the Wind named Ari, and it's just like a whole book in her perspective and following the things that she does, and it sounds super interesting, and there's really beautiful illustrations in it as well, which made me want to get this all the more. The last book I bought with the gift card is Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. This is the second book in the Stormlight Archives series. I am currently almost done with the first book, which is Way of Kings. I'm 600 pages in out of 1,000, and I love this story so much that I needed the second book right away so I could jump right into it when I finished book 1. This beautiful edition has gorgeous cover art and maps and illustrations on the inside, and it's the mass market paperback edition, which is beautiful and floppy and just absolutely perfect. So I was really excited that I was able to pick this up and read it right away. The last book in my haul is Le Terrier, or Der Bau, by Franz Kafka. This I also bought in France, but I forgot to show it earlier because I lost it in my pile of books. Anyway, this book is special because it is a bilingual edition of this book, and that means that one page is French and one page is the exact same text but in German. And I'm really excited about this because I think reading German philosophy is so much easier than reading English philosophy because I am fluent in German and my entire family is German, so I've grown up with it. And I don't find this very much where I live here, so I had to snatch it up the moment I saw it.
This is to end in fire, and we shall all burn together. Watch the flames climb high.